Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if everybody's ready, we'll go ahead and get started. Good evening and welcome to the 2020 Wildridge Annual Meeting. As you can see on the agenda, we have a variety of topics tonight that will hopefully be educational and fun. First, we must call this meeting to order. Jesse, can we call this meeting to order at 7:00 p.m.? Sorry, Jesse, you're on mute.
Can you hear me?
Can hear you now.
All right, let's call this meeting to order.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Now that we've called this meeting to order, we must establish a quorum to continue. According to our bylaws and based on the language with the developer and the homeowner present, we have established a quorum. But before we dive in, we want to introduce some key figures tonight that help Wildridge stay one of the best communities in DFW. Ashler Development is the Wildridge developer. Ashler creates a community of people who love to call home. In everything they do, it starts with the people in mind, who they are and how they live. Ashler's thoughtful approach to development creates a unique style of living for their diverse mix of residents. No matter which Ashler community they choose, Ashler strives to develop communities that with the families that want to call home. While the communities is being developed, and until it is 75% owner occupied, the board will consist of 3 Ashler representatives. I want to go ahead and introduce the board to you tonight. So we have Jesse Childers, the president, Kim Caudill, the treasurer, Tiffany Darst, our secretary. And then I also want to introduce to you CCMC, our management company for Wildridge. And it's my pleasure to introduce Brett Wickland, which will take that away.
Hi, everyone. As Jeremy mentioned, my name is Brett Wickland. I'm the vice president for CCMC. And in 2015, the board of directors for Wildridge engaged with CCMC to provide management services for the community. And it's been our pleasure to provide those services since the inception of the community. And we're really looking forward to continually watch Wildridge grow into an amazing community and one of the best communities in DFW. A little bit about CCMC. We are a professionally managed company that is privately held. Our corporate office is based in Scottsdale, Arizona, but we were created in Dallas, Texas in 1973. Currently, we manage over 250 communities nationwide with a total of 200,000 homes. We have a really unique business plan where we want to partner with people who have a similar ideology to our company, which is, again, putting people first. As many of you guys know, and as you just saw, Jeremy Tucker is your community manager, and Jeremy just started with us in October. And I'm sure all of you are aware that you have one of the best lifestyle directors in DFW, and Tori Schmore, and she'll be talking a little bit later tonight. So Jeremy and Tori provide a massive part of making Wildridge what it is, but there are a lot of people behind the scenes that help this community as well. Some of those people are Andy Babbitt, our division president, myself, division vice president, and Alyssa Wilson, our vice president of lifestyle services. All 3 of us are based out of our Plano office. Additionally, you've got Vanessa Figueroa for accounts payable, Elnora Douglas, accounts receivable, Barbara Bronson, our accounts receivable supervisor, Pamela Lyons, a community GL or accountant, and then Vicky Carr, our accounting supervisor. Those folks are based out of our corporate office in Scottsdale. All right, and I'm going to pass it back over to Jeremy, who's going to introduce the Neighborhood Advisory Committee.
Thank you. We have a new committee that we've introduced here to Wildridge, which is our Neighborhood Advisory Committee. The NAC are homeowners in the community who pre-pandemic responded to the call. Their primary responsibility is to act in an advisory role to the board and the management team from a homeowner's perspective. The people we have on this team, David Wooten is chairman, Tom Troxel, vice chairman, George Ridgely, secretary, Randy Beard, and Joel Martin are rounding out our Power 5 committee team here. As a new committee, they're just getting warmed up and getting started, and we will provide more information and updates in 2021. Now we would like to go ahead and ask that we get the 2019 meeting minutes approved. The meeting minutes are drafted on mywildridge.com. Jesse, can I get a motion to go ahead and approve those?
Move approve.
Thank you much. All right. Now the management update that we have from me. As a community manager, my job is to maintain the community and standards according to the rules and guidelines of the community as fairly and consistently as possible to ensure that we maintain and increase property values. A few ways I can accomplish this is vendor contract management, builder partnerships. Some of my fiscal responsibilities are, but not limited to, creation of an annual budget, budget variances, accounts receivable, accounts payable, oversight of resident committees, community standards and practices, common area and amenity management. Now, this has been an unusual year and it's been the bane of everyone's existence. So here is COVID-19 and our update. COVID-19 is an ever-changing fluid situation where the federal, state, and city rules and guidelines that directly affect Wildridge are changing constantly. Right now, for Wildridge, community, state, and city guidelines are as follows. Any in-person event over 10 people must get city approval. The state, this county, and the city also recommend everyone wear a mask in social settings, specifically in-person events. The state, county, and city recommend that everyone in social distancing in social events, specifically in-person events. In April, your management team developed a Wildridge-specific 60-day business continuity plan that suspended all late fees on assessments and adapted to the stay-at-home orders by the state. Additionally, management developed a Wildridge amenity and common area reopening plan that outlined how to safely have on-site presence and provide access to the amenities within the state's restrictions. There have been a number of lawsuits since COVID began and where people have claimed to catch COVID from restaurants and stores. Our priority is your safety, but we also want to make sure that we are following every state, county, and city guideline that are in place. A large portion of the management team's responsibility is protecting your association in a variety of ways. But by not following the state, local executive orders, the association could be liable and negligent, which could lower property values, increase risk of litigation, could be increase the risk of special assessments, and if found negligent, any claim that would have to be paid out would have to be paid by the association and not our insurance provider. While we share your COVID fatigue, we all are looking forward to the day we can socialize like we did in the past. But there were bright spots in 2020. In the middle of this pandemic, we have accomplished quite a lot. We have officially named our amenities. The Haven, which is where the pool, the pavilion, and our offices are located. The Nook, which is our catch and release pond on Wildridge Boulevard. The Fish Shack is opened in September. The Hideaway will be coming in 2021, and Jesse will give us more on those development updates later. We also got new furniture at the Haven and the swimming pool. The Haven mural was completed, and I must say it looks great. We also have the Haven parking lot restriped. We also had our first city-approved event. That was Puppy Palooza. And that one specifically, y'all got to meet me for the first time at. Now, moving on, we like to bring up two things you're not really supposed to talk about at the dinner table: politics and money. Well, I think we've all had enough politics, so we're going to talk about money. So we currently have 495 occupied homes. That's a 132 home increase over the course of the year with a delinquency rate of 2.56%. We had $600,734 in income. We had $625,758 in expenses as of September 30th, and our subsidy was $75,668. Now, how those expenses are broken out, you have contract services, which are 43%, which consist of landscaping and garbage, 31% admin, consisting of staff, licensing, and permits, 22% utilities, 3% repairs, 2% parts and supplies, 2% insurance, 1% taxes. We also have developed a 2021 strategic plan. This plan came from listening to our residents' thoughtful suggestions, as well as scores and comments from our 2020 lifestyle survey that was distributed in September. A comprehensive SWOT analysis was conducted in November to assist in the establishment of a strategic plan and community goals. One of our goals that we want to provide a clear understanding of the community's policies and procedures. We want to provide the why and why we take specific actions. Beginning in December, we'll have monthly articles in our email blast on requested topics that affect the community, such as updates in COVID regulations, the Texas Alcohol Beverage Commission and bartending laws, reasoning for RSVPs and sign-in procedures, charitable donations, and how that coincides with our charging for events. We also have another goal, to provide development updates, and we're going to work with Jesse on that, and we're going to provide those in January, April, July, and October. The topics for these updates will be progress in the finalized amenity plans, new phases in Wildridge, repairs and installation of the community infrastructure, and more. One request we have made a goal is to provide updates in February, May, August, and November on the financial health of the community. Those topics will consist of quarterly home sales, delinquency updates, expenses versus income year to date, and much more. Now we get to go to the fun part of our presentation. Tori, take away the prizes.
All righty, let's reel in some awesome prizes tonight. So we have randomly selected some people who have jumped on tonight. So we want to thank you guys again for joining us. So our winner for our $50 Amazon gift card is Max and Ronnie. So congratulations. And we want to thank Highland Homes for sponsoring us tonight. So thank you so much. And the winner for our $50 Apple gift card donated by Highland Homes, Rhonda and Dave Jenkins. And Coventry Homes gift card, Tracy Norris. And for this specific prize for Premier, another gift card, Steve Globerman. So you guys can stop by anytime next week. We'll have those gift cards ready for you. Congratulations again. So good evening all. My name is Tori Schmore and I am the Lifestyle Director here at Wildridge. For those of you who recognize me, you have probably seen me on Facebook Live, in emails, or out at events. For those of you who don't know me, my job has many responsibilities. Most of you are aware that I am considered the fun one and I put on the community events. But as your lifestyle director, I do much more than just plan events. So right now we're going to talk about a few things that I do that are in my little wheelhouse. So many of you guys took our lifestyle survey, which we greatly appreciate your feedback. We take your responses and we do our best to implement them into the following year's event calendar. It is my job to come up with the lifestyle budget to present to the board of directors during budget season. In order to come up with the lifestyle budget, it requires research into vendors' prices. Are they increasing? Are they staying the same? Negotiating with vendors, etc. After the budget is approved, I take the budget allotted to me and I break it up throughout the year. My job is to stay on the Wildridge branding path, which can include events involving fishing, certain types of fitness, and educational events, while incorporating events that the community members have asked for. In completing this task, I am required to abide by city, state, and local laws when executing events per the COVID-19 guidelines. Guidelines including getting city approval for in-person events, social distancing requirements, and more. While events are a big part of my job, I also work hand in hand with many people, including the builders, the marketing team, Ashlar Development Board of Directors, and the CCMC management team. I am on quarterly calls with the board of directors and participating in educational courses to better the lifestyle program here at Wildridge. As I mentioned before, I work with our marketing team, which can include public events such as our live music on the lawn that we did last summer. Some additional lifestyle duties that include finding partners and sponsors to bring on as an event or support an event such as Cottonwood Creek Marina or DFW Surf. I also do the communications for the community, which can include the lifestyle email that goes out every Monday and community emails that go out every Thursday. I also update and provide content for the Facebook page, as well as general oversight for the mywildridge.com website. I ensure all the necessary documents are turned in by residents to rent the canoes and the Haven Pavilion, and hopefully in the future, bikes and paddleboards, while also ensuring everything is in working condition after usage. As I mentioned before, I work hand in hand with the builders, which means I create the new homeowner packets and bags, and I do homeowner orientation. I also have fiscal responsibilities, including uploading, coding, and submitting the community invoices to our accounting team, as well as maintaining and completing the debit card reconciliation at the end of the month. These duties that I described are just the basis of my job as your lifestyle director. This does not include things such as the amenity oversight and management, homeowner point of contact, and lifestyle vendor management. So as you can see, there has a lot going on here at Wildridge. So let's move on to how you can stay up to date on the latest event information. If you are active on Facebook, be sure to follow our official Wildridge Association Facebook page, My Wildridge. We as the association only have this page that we monitor. And because it is a page and not a group, you do not have to be approved to follow it. If you are not on social media, you can check out our website, mywildridge.com, which will have the latest events listed under the lifestyle calendar. This page is also essential as this is where you can rent the canoes and RSVP for events. Last but not least, our email blasts. We send the lifestyle email out every Monday and our community updates every Thursday. Now, we generally do not respond to social media messages or posts. The best and most efficient way to get a hold of any staff member is via email, phone call, or in person. So let's take a look at where we were at the beginning of 2020. At the beginning of the year, which seems like forever ago, we had in-person events with no limitations, such as Cub Club, movie nights, and our very famous and popular event, Court Club and Meet and Mingles, and even attended a Dallas Mavericks game in March. Around mid-March, we had to switch up our tune due to Governor Abbott's stay-at-home order. In April, we wanted to continue bringing the fun, so we invited out Color Hype, Yelly Belly, and Source Craft Cocktail. We also did virtual events such as Wootin' Tootin' Wild and Camp Gladiator. We even did a social distancing Easter extravaganza, which looked very different than in previous years. From July until present day, Governor Abbott's recent executive order states that gatherings over 10 people require city officials' approval. So that is just what we have been doing. We invited out stunt masters, food trucks. We had a drive-in movie and did our annual Puppy Palooza event where the dogs of Wildridge got an opportunity to jump into the community pool. So I want to answer a few questions that we had in our lifestyle survey concerning COVID-19 and how that was and will affect the lifestyle program. While we had no idea and still don't about how the virus the future, I am focusing on how I can continue bringing the fun to the neighborhood. Governor Abbott's most recent executive order states that any gathering over 10 people, whether that be a lifestyle event or a birthday party at the pavilion, requires city officials' approval. The city of Oak Point agrees with Governor Abbott's executive order to require that city officials' approval. So what does that mean for lifestyle events? Well, this means that any event that we will be having in person will require city officials' approval. For example, I just submitted an event to get approved for December, which consisted of 12 pages including details about the event, how many people will be attending, how the vendors and the association will be taking precautions, etc. Precautions such as mask requirements, sign-in processes, sanitation, required RSVPs for certain events, etc. In order to continue holding in-person events, we have to hold ourselves and our neighbors accountable. Failure to meet all of the approved precautions could result in the city revoking our in-person events. Now, we want to continue the wild parties and the activities, so let's ensure we are keeping up with these precautions. So let's talk about where we want to go for 2021. As a result of the 2020 lifestyle survey, we have conducted a 2021 lifestyle strategic plan, including the following points. First, we want to increase the number of in-person events in 2021 with the necessary precautions approved by the city. For example, we will be doing a fish fry down at the Fish Shack, implementing Puppy Palooza not only in the fall, but also at the beginning of pool season, and continuing some of our favorite events like Court Club, Easter Extravaganza, etc. We will continue implementing virtual lifestyle events to ensure we cater to all of our homeowners, such as Color Height and Yelly Belly. So please note, our goal is 24 in-person events. However, we do have to abide by the city, state, and local laws with any changes that might happen regarding COVID-19. Secondly, in January, we will establish a survey where residents can give their ideas for adult-targeted events. These events will be catered towards adults over 21 years of age. Lastly, we will establish one excursion event per quarter while keeping COVID-19 restrictions in mind and homeowners safe, such as a Dallas Stars and Texas Rangers game. Now that I hooked you with our 2021 lifestyle events, let's lure you in with some more awesome prizes. So I would like to congratulate Dave Orzoko, and I do apologize if I say your name incorrectly, Orzoko, for winning two $40 paddleboard classes donated by DFW Surf. The winner of our $100 Target gift card from American Legend is the Pell family. And I'm not going to hold this thing up, but it is so awesome. The winner of our beginner's fishing kit donated by CCMC is Sherry D. So congratulations, and thank you again to all of our sponsors for donating these awesome gifts to our community. Stick around, we got more coming.
Thank you to all our sponsors. They've been great prizes, and there are more to come. We look forward to also developer updates, which is where Jesse was going to come in. Would you mind telling us more about our community that we love so much?
Absolutely. Thank you, Jeremy and Tori. Great job, y'all. So yeah, 2020, what an interesting year it's been, but definitely one to celebrate the successes we've had and focus on the positive for sure. But we've been a lot of that at Wildridge for sure. You can go to the next slide whenever you're ready. We've seen just a really expansive growth of Wildridge. So records year-to-year growth for new residents, as Jeremy mentioned. That'll definitely continue through 2021. I think we've got over 200 net sales year to date. So, you know, it's been dubbed by some people as the year of the suburbs, and We think definitely a lot of the success of Wildridge is the property, the amenities, the trails, the nature, how important that is to us in these times where a lot of people are stuck at home. So we're very happy with how things have gone this year, everything considered, and looking forward to even better years to come. But and thinking about that, and this year really kind of brings back to the beginning of Wildridge, and when Wildridge was just a piece of land and some drawings on a piece of paper. We've created experience principles that drive what we do for developing the community, the amenities, the lifestyle programs, and those are for it to be a sanctuary, to keep it simple, to inspire active engagement with the outdoors, to create connections that matter, and have a quiet confidence. And so those are the things that we hold true to what we do out there in every aspect, and really focus on as we're planning and considering and building all our new amenities and phases of lots. And really happy with how it's gone this year. From the sort of infrastructure development, lot development standpoint, this year, early in the year, Q1, phase 4A and 4C came online. That consisted of 54 70-foot lots completed along Wildridge Boulevard and south of the Hideaway. And those lots really turned out great. Really nice little area of Wildridge. And that got us to a point of the project that really the original sort of founders were really excited to get to, and that was the Hideaway Pond. It's really a very unique place. We also completed the Wildridge Boulevard extension. So that's our main collector road that runs up sort of Spine Road through the community to the northeast or northwestern boundary of the property. So that sort of transitions into Martop Boulevard as it turns back to the west. And that's the extension. We've got some questions about that, when that extension is going to happen. We sent out the answers to that, but it's outside of our control. It's sort of up to the property owner, which is the large undeveloped property to the west of Wildridge, to make that completion. In addition to that, the development to the north of us, which is Prairie Oaks, they've got a main Spine Road, collector road, that they are bringing down. When that road will connect and give another point of ingress and egress out to either Lloyd's Road or to 720, I can't tell you for sure, but I do expect that to happen, in the next couple of years. I would think, but again, it's really kind of up to outside factors from us. But in addition, this year we began construction on phase 5A and 5B. That's the left two pictures on the bottom there, and that's really just a really another great piece of property within the Wildridge properties. It bounds the east side is bound by core property, and there's just really some great trails back in through there, and really just a beautiful piece. And we're excited to bring that one online early in next year. Phase 5A will be completed in April next year, and then 5B will come towards the Q4 of next year. So a lot more great lots for Wildridge. Also under construction of phase 5C, that one's west of Wildridge Boulevard. That's the bottom right picture there. And that one consists of 81 50-foot lots, 60-foot lots as well. And also another amenity area. You can see the pond down there kind of in the middle, and the trees that are preserved through there. So working on, I'll get into this in a minute, but working on finalizing the plans for that amenity area. We're excited about that one too. And another piece, I believe I talked about at last year's meeting, but in Q1 we completed and had the initial flows for a 1,100-foot well to serve the community. So this is really a great investment we made into that's going to pay dividends for years to come for the community. So we tried to get some power up there quicker to it, but couldn't get that to happen. But towards third quarter this year, we'll have that connected, third or fourth quarter, and we can start irrigating all the common space off that well water, which will significantly reduce the water bills out there. And again, it'll pay extreme dividends in the future. So we got that one in. Every year it gets harder and harder to maintain those water rights, and so we moved that up to kind of be grandfathered into some old regulations. So again, just really, it's going to be great for the community for years to come. So Jeremy touched on it a little bit, but the amenities that were brought online this year, or some refreshes, have really turned out great. Early in the year, we got the Haven refresh remodel completed just in time to close it down for COVID, but really just couldn't be happier with how it turned out. And I think from the feedback we got, that the residents were as well. It was a little bit of work in progress, and those folks that saw the mural come in and then get redone know that. But we really had a great team with a great vision to sort of revitalize the space. CCMC does a good job, and we watched kind of how the spaces were being utilized, and went back and took a look at the original intent, and saw some areas that just could use some improvements to really engage the space better for comfort, for the visual, the pop of colors. And so really happy with that, how that turned out. Also, the Hideaway phase 1, I'm calling it, the Fish Shack came online later in the year, and really could be happier with how that turned out. Really unique amenity that's a core principle with Ashler and what we do in engaging the outdoors, getting kids out there fishing. And so really happy with that one. I'll tell you, it wasn't, it took many iterations to get to kind of where we were, and it was been a whole lot easier to make something look brand new and sort of off the shelf. But again, we got really some great designers and had a lot of sessions to visualize what we wanted that to be, and how we could make it a unique amenity that could be utilized and loved for years to come. So another thing that's really unique with that pond out there and the area here is all the boulders we see around the property. All those come from about 15 or 20 foot down below the surface as we've been digging utilities, and just another piece of Wildridge that makes it unique and special. And so the pond has made some drastic changes over the years, but really the vision of the original designers of the neighborhood and the teams was to get to this point, and we're really happy with how sort of phase 1 of the Hideaway has turned out. In addition to that, there was the Nook, which is the sort of bifurcated road, the median, the little passive pond, and more trail improvements that came online. And that pond, I drive by all the time, and there's folks fishing out there. So it's we're happy with everything that's come online this year, and we continue to work on new ones for the future. You can go to the next one now. All right, so what's to come in 2021? Again, focusing on our experience principles for the community in the design of the phases is what we do. And here's some just representative pictures of sort of image boards that we're looking at as we're looking at what we're going to do for the 5C amenity area, which is called the Hollow. But in addition to this, phase 5, we're going to develop 172 lots complete this year. That'll be 5A, B, and C we talked about. Those will all deliver in 2021. Continuation of the trail systems throughout Wildridge, both concrete paved trails as well as natural trails, and really kind of poking our way to the other side of the Hideaway Pond, and completing 5A and 5B really opens it up to some wonderful nature trails. I know Tori's been out there with some groups and discovered how great it is out there, and excited to make those connections internal of the neighborhood to those points, and really open that up to nature and exploring. And I spend a lot of times back there in the woods, and it's just a really beautiful spot. Hideaway phase 2, so the pavilion gathering area, the bathrooms, they're kind of by the sign north of phase 4A or 4C there. That one, we're going to get going on construction with that one in next couple of weeks, or towards the end of the month here, and that'll deliver in the spring of next year. And then kind of sadly, the next year we'll begin construction on the last two phases of Wildridge. So 128 lots left to begin construction on, and that'll complete the community up to the north with 1,051 lots. So a little bit, bittersweet, but we're excited about what's to come, and we'll keep on delivering unique and timeless communities for you guys. So thank y'all.
Thank you, Jesse. Tori, we got some more prizes.
All right, thanks, Jesse. What a wonderful update. So we don't want to cast you out in this cold without giving away some more awesome prizes. So let's get you hooked on the last of these catches. So we have 4 $50 gift cards donated by Woodlake Outdoor. The first $50 gift card goes to Don Dreyer. Congratulations. The second $50 gift card goes to Randy and Renee Beard. Congratulations. The third $50 gift card goes to Tim Cornett. Oop. There we go. Congratulations. And the last $50 gift card donated by Woodlake Outdoor, Stacy Taylor. Congratulations. Now we also have 2 $25 Home Depot gift cards donated by Magnolia Fisheries. The first winner is Mike Branham. Congratulations. The second $25 Home Depot gift card is to Ray Mangold. Congratulations. And the last gift card for the night is from Pulte Homes, a $50 Amazon gift card. Brolio Lamali? Sorry if I mispronounced it, I do apologize. So congratulations, you guys can come by anytime next week to pick up your gift card. Now, drum roll please. Now for the grand prize and the biggest catch of the night is a whole year of complimentary assessments. A special thank you to Ashlar for donating this prize that will have you guys loving Wildridge, hooked, lined, and sinker. So the winner of our complimentary assessments for 1 whole year is Bill Niederstadt. Congratulations. So thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you, CCMC. Thank you, Ashlar. Thank you, Pulte. Thank you, all of you guys for donating. We greatly appreciate it. So Jeremy, one last time, take it away and close us out.
Thank you, all sponsors. Y'all have been great. Y'all have been great to work with. Thank you so much for all the prizes that we've had. And thank you, everybody who's joined us tonight to getting those prizes. We've had several great questions over the past week that have been emailed or dropped off to the office. The questions are answered on mywildridge.com's website. If today's presentations brought up any new questions, please email me at my email address on the slide here. You can also, of course, stop by in person as well. I'm happy to talk, but I will have any new questions answered and posted to mywildridge.com by December 1st, 2020. One topic we've received a lot of questions about was whose responsibility is what. So we've attached this responsibility matrix. It shows the community association, the developer, the builder, City of Oak Point, and even the homeowners, and whose responsibility is what. You can find this under My Documents or under Documents on the mywildridge.com website. And you'll also be able to find it in the slideshow as well. And this is just a great question or a great resource for you to review with your questions. Now, this will conclude 2020's annual Wildridge meeting. Jesse, would you mind adjourning us at 7:40? Hold on, you're unmuting.
There we go.
Okay.
I move we adjourn the 2020 annual meeting.
Okay. All right. Thank you everyone for joining us once again. And don't forget, stay wild out there.
Thank you, guys.
Y'all have a good day and we'll see you next time.